Hey guys, Danny from FTW Broadcasting here. What follows is an interview that we did with the guys from SC2Replayed.com. So if you ever want to know a little bit more about us, what we're all about, what we have planned in the future, I recommend you check it out. I will tell you that there are a few minor technical difficulties in the video. We're trying some new kind of recording techniques, trying to do a video conference interview, and first time, cut us a little slack, check it out. Leave your feedback, learn a little bit about FTW Broadcasting. Don't forget to subscribe, and lots of hot StarCraft 2 action coming soon.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the first ever SC2 Replayed podcast / interview thing. I'm not sure what this is. My name is Chris, although some of you may know me as Cherub Down. With me is Kevin, whom you all know as Sixon, and our guests today are Danny and Awall of Broadcasting. Hey guys.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Before we get started, I'd just like to give you guys a quick update as to what's been going on at SC2 Replayed and the replay parser. As you may know, SC2 Replayed has the best and most comprehensive replay parser online. When we first launched SC2 Replayed, we did not expect that Blizzard would to change the format of their replays. It is very difficult to reverse engineer these replays. I don't want to go into the detail about the complexities of it, but our replay format has to be perfect down to the bit. If it's just one bit off, it basically breaks. There have been many delays, and we really apologize, but we aim to have it up by the end of this week. With that being said, we mentioned that some of the replays are still uploadable. If you're able to upload your replay successfully, we will be able to reparse those replays, and the data will be restored, meaning your APM and all the data will go into the statistics and all that stuff. So keep uploading if you can. If not, then just do what you can. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and start the interview with you guys. You want to go ahead, Sixon?
Okay. Yeah, so just to kind of get things, get the ball rolling, why don't you guys tell us a little bit about FTW Broadcasting, why you guys do it, what it's all about.
Sure. I guess it was Awall's idea, actually. I was at work one day, and he's just like, hey, he's IM'd, and he's like, you know what we should do? We should do some commentary. And it was crazy because I was thinking about it that actually like the day before, and I was gonna ask him that we should do it. So then we knew we just had to do it, so we started putting it together, and our original thought was to do StarCraft 2 and then eventually branch out to some other games, but at this point it's almost like, well, why do any other games? It seems to be, it's like one of the most fun games to do, and the replay features, while there are some things we really want added, are still some of the best out there, so... Oh, you got anything to add there, Awall?
I mean, yeah, basically along the lines, just to give people, I guess, a brief overview of what we do, so far we've done mostly 1v1 games. We do diamond level play, we do tournaments on your site, SC2Replayed.com, the Go for SC2 tournament series, and we just want to make our cast as exciting as possible. And I think we're one of the only dual casters out there that just do dual casting, and so that's one thing that kind of sets us apart from everybody else.
That's cool. Do you guys actually plan on doing more than just 1v1s, perhaps some 2v2s or 4v4s or anything like that?
We just put up a feedback video asking people, we got your feedback, thank you. We put up a feedback video, a lot of people are saying that they would like a 2v2 or 3v3 kind of sprinkled in here and there to kind of get like a whole bunch of insane action in one video. So I think me and Danny and I have talked about that a little bit. I think we're going to sprinkle those in here and there. But I mean, most of the high-end professional matches and where you're going to see that top-level pro play, those are going to be 1v1s. But yeah, we want some multiplayer just because there's an unlimited action, I guess, or a lot more act cover. So it'll make the videos exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. How did you guys get started casting, and how long have you been doing it? And have you ever casted any games before StarCraft 2?
Well, actually, I guess I kind of gave the story a little bit of how we got started earlier. We just kind of said, hey, let's give it a try, and it's kind of worked. And really, what you've been seeing on our site with the the 2 months you've been seeing, that is our experience in doing this. We haven't really had any experience prior to that. So other than that, I think I had some minor experience doing some World of Warcraft, like some tutorial videos like that, but it's not it's not the same thing.
Right.
And so we're actually still very, very new at this. So we got a long way to go, but I think I'm very happy with what we've put out so far, and I think we've only going up from here.
Definitely. I check you guys out like all the time, like pretty much every day. So yeah, I really like it.
Thanks.
So.
About how much time do you guys think you spend on doing the casting itself, in relation to playing the game?
That's a good question. I can say we definitely spend way more time casting than we do playing Starcraft 2. Both of us have full-time jobs. Danny has a day job, I have a night job. We don't have any days off in common, so we have to squeeze in the casts. We record twice a week, generally for 2 hours over. Then as far as processing and posting the games and maintaining our channel, I think between the two of us we spend at least 30 to 40 hours a week doing all of the things required to cast the videos, record the videos, edit the audio, then we load to FTP, Danny downloads it, then he renders the videos, and just that whole process, it takes up a lot of time. It's basically like we're splitting a full-time job between the two of us. So I play about maybe a fourth as much as we do casting stuff. How about you, Danny?
Yeah, if that. I almost, after all the casting and the rendering, and I've almost seen so much StarCraft that I almost don't want to play anymore. Which is okay, because I'm really not that good. I understand the game and I read a lot about it, but there's something lost in the transition when I actually play, which happens. And with our full-time jobs and trying to play other games and just life itself, I can get a game or two in a week, but generally it's just all about the casting, and the casting's a lot of fun, so I'm okay with that, and it all works out.
Well, so speaking of you playing games, which races do you guys prefer, and what is your favorite matchup when you're casting?
I'm a Terran player. I was a Terran player in StarCraft 1 and 2. I did not play StarCraft 1 all that much, but that's just the race I've stuck with. I started StarCraft 2 as random and then just stuck with Terran. I just don't get the other races, just don't click with me. And as far as actual casts go, I actually like seeing Zerg versus Zerg. That's one of my favorites. You almost never see any Zerg players right now, so to see a Zerg versus Zerg is just really interesting and exciting to me.
Definitely.
I got to agree. Zerg versus Zerg is, it's probably the best mirror match. I don't know. We've said Terran versus Terran's the best mirror matchup. I guess it depends on the game. But I play Protoss. Ever since StarCraft 1, I've always played Protoss. And I just love the psychic alien thing. I think it's more of the aesthetics of it, more than anything else. And so that's what I've been playing since 10 years ago when I was 12 years old. So it just makes sense to me now to play that when StarCraft 2 comes out. I play about maybe a dozen, if not more, games a week. I play a lot of custom games. My favorite matchup is actually Protoss versus Zerg. I like that a lot because I feel like the two of them differ quite a bit. And I like to see that Zerg speed against that Protoss tankiness, and that matchup I think is really interesting.
Yeah, that's actually kind of true. I mean, personally, I always take the mirror matches, but whatever. So, anyway, kind of watching all this stuff, you might just kind of be inclined to have a favorite kind of player. So with that in mind, do you guys, really enjoy casting anybody or watching anybody in particular?
Well, you'll notice that he is so much fun to watch because you can always count on him to do something different, and that's why I like him so much. And I always, first pick on him when we, because we always pick, each one of us picks a player to root for, and I got first pick on him. I jumped on it before Awall really knew what hit him on that one. So, fair maybe not, but that's my player. Yeah,
the team is awesome. It's like I'll say it. I mean, even though my pick has to go up against him every time, he's the most entertaining and exciting to watch in StarCraft, hands down. Like my favorite player is actually Duckload Raw, formerly known as Raw. I like him because his plays, to me, it's almost flawless, and if there's any information that he gets, I feel like he reacts properly. The only time I really see him lose is when he has a lack of information about his opponent. So I think he's really exciting, but I think the game we casted between the two of them, I think Ciolo took Duckload Raw down. But that's my favorite. And generally, whenever we pick who we want to win before a match, Danny's gonna pick Terran and I'm gonna pick Protoss. Just cause.
You're right. Casting. Obviously, you do more than just cast, right?
Yeah. As we said, we both have, we both have full-time jobs. Obviously, like Awall has a night job, I have a day job, so that's, other than work and what is essentially our second job, casting, is we're mostly we're gamers, and we try to get as much gaming as is possible with with the full-time jobs and this, and wives/girlfriends.
Yeah, that tends to take up a lot of time. Outside of casting and work, I work on music. I make like electronic music in my free time. I even made a Starcraft 2 Super Jam, which I posted for Husky's original song contest 3 weeks ago. He hasn't picked winners yet, but that Super Jam is like the most cheeseball like Starcraft techno jam I could possibly make. With Danny's help, like I send all my songs to Danny. He's checking it out. He's like, cheese it up, cheese it harder. And so I just made the cheesiest techno jam possible. I think it's pretty hilarious. So we'll see if Husky picks it.
Well, you should if you give us a link in this video when we post it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's on our channel,
okay,
so it actually didn't get a lot of attention for whatever reason, but we could get a little more promo on it, I think.
We didn't really push it. We wanted it. It's just for the Husky contest. Since he hasn't picked anybody, I think people will be entertained by it. I mean, it's ridiculous. But anyway.
Okay. Okay, so a lot of people who use SC2 Replayed, including some of the staff at Curse, they want to know what all is involved in the casting process. I mean, you guys went over it briefly, but what kind of software do you use, and like what is the process from start to finish?
Okay. Well, what we do, I do the video recording, and I use Fraps. And we've been doing the audio recording. Awall will record it through Skype, and we've been having a lot of lag issues doing that, so we're actually moving towards using a full Fraps audio record. We're actually experimenting with that right now to see if that works out, so we'll see what that does.
Sweet.
And then generally, I just take the videos and I put them into Sony Vegas, and I render them that way. And 15-minute video takes about 20 minutes to render or about that, and I edit it a little bit and I add the overlays and the logo over the timer and all that, and then I upload it to YouTube, which takes its own amount of time. And then Awall usually goes in and does a bunch. He adds annotations and video responses and does a lot of. He's kind of the marketing guy. You'll see him all over the forums and just promoting the hell out of us, and it's good because I just do not have the energy for that sort of stuff, but he's really good at it.
I mean, that's pretty much the process. A lot of people don't understand that it takes a ton of time to do these videos and to assign them all to playlists, to do all these little details. I mean, I've said in the first 6 weeks, I think I've easily spent over 100 hours, if not 120 hours, just working on this broadcasting project. I know Danny spent pretty much that amount of time too, between rendering and uploading. That takes forever. So